Hey guys, today I want to recommend movies that are available to watch right now on Netflix that are not Netflix originals. That means they will only be available for a limited amount of time, so you should check them out before they take them down. To make this list, they had to be more than just a good time, whether that's teaching me something about storytelling, giving me a new insight on life, or just leaving a deep emotional imprint. These films are special to me. And without further ado, this is my Netflix top 10 for the month of April. Number 1 is Moon by Duncan Jones. This film is about a lone astronaut mining moon rock on the moon at the tail end of his 3-year contract, so he's just about to go home. But he's not feeling well and things start to go terribly wrong. This is such a cool sci-fi film that's so different and managed to be made on a very low budget, just about $5 million for a sci-fi film. Sam Rockwell proves he's a freaking rock star. Kevin Spacey plays his robot companion. This was also Duncan Jones' directorial debut, which has sadly ended on a very sour note. I can't even talk about that movie because of my gag reflex, but I digress. Next, at number 2, we have The Gift, another directorial debut by writer-director Joel Edgerton, who also plays the mysterious weirdo from our protagonist's past that shows up with a gift, but it's not the good kind. Edgerton himself said he was inspired by revenge films such as Old Boy. Just gonna sneak that rec in the off chance you haven't seen the greatest revenge film of all time, check out Old Boy. The Gift is top-notch psychological fun with barely any violence, yet it's still so engaging because the characters have so many layers and so many secrets. Now, I do want to officially recommend a Korean drama mystery film called Mother at number 3 by Bong Joon-ho. Mother is about a widow and her mentally impaired son, and when he is tricked into confessing to a death of a young woman, his mother makes it her mission to exonerate him. If you've never seen a Korean film before, you are missing out. This is such a novel setup, and we see this old Korean lady just using force of will only a mother has to power through her own investigation. This is a performance you have to watch. And now, from a movie people might not know to a film everyone knows, we have number 4, The Godfather. I know that's an easy rec, but I am a hipster movie watcher, so when everyone says something is good, I tend to just never watch it. So I actually just watched this movie a few weeks ago for the first time, and everything that could be said about this film has already been said, and it's all true. Yes, it is as good as everyone says it is. The world building and the characters are some of the best I've ever seen. It feels very familiar because it's inspired so much storytelling that came after it, and it's a classic for a reason. And now to a more modern classic, we have number 5, A Serious Man, another masterpiece by Joel and Ethan Coen. Now, this isn't a character study of an inspiring mob boss or superhero, but just a guy who's kind of a schlub, and it's a film that leaves you with more questions than answers in the best possible way. This film is about our desperate search for meaning, and in classic Coen Brothers fashion, it's poignant, it's depressing, it's funny, it's everything you want in a Coen Brothers movie. Number 6, we have Kubo and the Two Strings. Japanese-inspired visuals, origami and music as weapons, Charlize Theron as a sexy monkey, and Matthew McConaughey as an equally sexy beetle. I don't think they're supposed to be sexy, but that's just what I saw and what I heard and felt. This is a film about a young boy who must defeat a vengeful spirit from his past, and it is stunning. There are themes about a mother's love of a family, and when everyone is trying to pull you in different directions, and this young kid, Kubo, must find his own path. It is an extremely touching film, very original, and just a visual treat. At number 7, we have Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Probably not what you expected to see on a top 10 list, but I first saw this when I was really young, and I remember really enjoying it. Watching it again, older and wiser, it's just still very funny, funnier than I remember. Just the opening scene of him as a UPS guy just destroying this box he's supposed to be delivering, it's amazing, and this is a great example of how decent material. I think this is a very solid screenplay, but it's completely elevated by the lead actor whose 150% commitment to this role just turned it into a classic. At number 8, we have another comedy which is also expertly acted, but it's also expertly written. Number 8, we have Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. This is the best parody of the biopic type film. It completely breaks down every trope, laying bare the structure of a movie and its character arcs, and yet somehow also manages to be a superior standalone movie when compared to all these other biopics. There's a really solid story, there's a heartfelt message about sticking with your friends and family who are there with you, and the music's super catchy. It does everything well, and it's freaking hilarious. At number 9, we have Lethal Weapon. This is the screenplay that put acclaimed screenwriter Shane Black on the map. It's an excellent action film that's also very funny, and like The Godfather, when you watch it, it feels familiar because so many other films have borrowed from it. It paved the way for the buddy cop action comedy, and it's just the perfect pairing of two mismatched cops, one of them that's too old for this shit, and a young, crazy-eyed Mel Gibson, and it reminds us why we loved him. And finally, at number 10, we have The Truman Show. I know this is another Jim Carrey movie, but this is dramatic Jim Carrey, and he's basically another actor. That's how good he is. This is one of the best hooks or premises of all time. What if your life was a reality TV show? This movie did not have to be as good as it was. It still would have done well because of that hook. But there's phenomenal world building, especially in this alternate reality that's totally possible. Of course it's funny, it's also heartfelt, but its themes and ideas are even more relevant today because Truman is living the dream of our generation. He's got the most followers of anyone in the world, and yet he's still unhappy. And that sums it up. This is my personal top 10. What would be on your top 10 list, or do you have any problems with my list? Let me know, let's talk about it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more reviews and analysis videos. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next time.